It's DIY with the Doyles. What's up, guys?
What's happening?
First video of 2022.
It can't really be our first video.
It really is our first video.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's been a long time.
We've just been chilling.
We shouldn't have left you.
I mean, drinking
Without
water,
a beat to step two.
minding our business.
Step two.
You're still singing well.
I am.
Okay, so... Okay, so...
On that note,
The reason for this video is because we remodeled our primary suite.
hey, give it up, give it up.
You can obviously see that from the title, so
Yeah.
that is what we did.
Yeah, so it's not a surprise.
It's not, but we're super excited about it.
The surprise is
We didn't do it, guys.
we didn't do it.
I know this is a DIY page and you guys come on here and you love seeing all of our projects, but this is outside of our scope.
Yeah.
And like we've always said,
If you have to, hire somebody.
get help.
Like,
Do not mess around with electrical and plumbing unless you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Like, if you know what you're doing, have at it.
But
But this is not
this
our
was
forte.
beyond our thing.
Yes.
And now, mind you, we did go into this project thinking that we were gonna be able to DIY a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit and let the pros do the other
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But like, I mean, because I was trying to, count all the pennies and be
Right.
like, babe, no, we can save we
too.
can save this amount over here if we just do it ourselves.
I know.
Like, we was gonna keep the vanity
I
and
know.
like pull the doors off, paint them.
Yeah. It
And
was a whole hot mess.
It was just not gonna work.
No.
Once we got in it and saw how things were looking and the quality of work that was happening,
Yeah.
we realized we couldn't make some of the old 90s fit with the 2022.
Even if you painted
Like,
it.
it's that old and busted new hotness kind of thing. It just
Yeah.
wasn't gonna work together.
No.
So, with all that said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got done, and then we'll talk about some of the things that we learned, some of the do's and don'ts, and just kind of give you guys a little extra, insight on what it might look like to remodel your spaces. So, come on, take a look.
Okay, guys, we're here. Isn't it beautiful? It's pretty.
So, right now we're rolling some stuff of the process.
Yes, the process. You'll see the old 90s tub. It
Look.
had to go.
That thing,
We wanted to get,
no, we wanted to get what?
we wanted to get a bigger shower. So
Yes,
our
that
bathroom
was our
is
goal.
very awkwardly shaped. We have this we have this window in here that you can see. And it's kind of smack dab in the middle of everything.
Right
Like,
in the middle.
our contractors were asking us whether or not we wanted to take out the window, and I was like, I feel like that's going to involve HOAs.
And
That's doing
that
too
was
much.
too much.
It's doing too much. So what we decided to do was get the shower as big as we could possibly get it, which we did. We
Yeah.
did a seamless door, which we absolutely love. There's way more echo in here now because the space is just not as full. But
Yeah.
the other thing that we really loved about the space was that we were able to kind of move our hampers out of our bathroom. I mean, not out of our bathroom, out of our bedroom and into our bathroom, which is actually really nice. A place that we wanted to put it anyway, but because there was a major tub there, we didn't have any additional space in here. So I just think it's a lot nice. I was able to find these mats at Home Goods. Shout out to Home Goods, they always come through. We were able to find all of our countertop stuff at Amazon. We kind of cleaned that up a little bit as well, and we kept some of the things. Like he said, we were trying to piecemeal everything together at the beginning, but then we just decided that things needed to be changed. So we kept our light, we kept the color because we did love this green in here.
And it goes really well with the shower niche.
Yes.
And so that was probably the first thing that we thought about was all of the pieces that are going in here. How do they mesh together? And so because we knew we wanted this standout shower niche, we kind of built everything around that.
Yeah.
And we picked that because it matched the color that we had already put on the wall. And so there you have it.
And when I thought about a bathroom, I just thought about it being serene and calm. And honestly, blues and greens are just a theme in our household.
Yeah.
We really love blues and greens. And my favorite color is blue, but I love like that emerald rich kind of green color. So it really just worked out very well. But we do want to talk to you about the things that we learned. I think the biggest thing, number one, is communication. Wow.
Like we haven't said that before.
1,000,001 times. But
It works in every relationship.
every relationship.
Every relationship, even with a contractor.
Yes. Like you have to communicate your vision.
Yeah.
I am a person that has very clear vision, especially about the spaces that I want to be in. And so I had a very clear vision for the bathroom. I did not know at all, I could not even fathom that it would look like this, but I had a clear vision of what I wanted. And so seamless doors was really important to me. The niche was really important to me, and the color and the size, we went back and forth on location. We just had very open communication, and I think that it's super important. And I think that both my contractor and we grew in that relationship, right? Because I found things that I wanted more, and Charles really encouraged me to say, it's our bathroom, it's our house, open up your mouth and speak, which you feel kind of like, you feel weird about doing that, but he's right. Like, you have to communicate, you have to say the things that you want, you have to make...
Or the things that you don't
want. Or the things that you don't want. I mean, there were some things that we didn't want that the contractor wanted to do, and we were kind of like, no. So you just have to have a good relationship, and I think that we have a really good relationship with our contractor, and so it ended up working out really well. Number two,
well, like we said, have a vision. And so our vision was going from the niche.
Right.
Making everything tie into that. And so we use the pop of color coming from the niche and our accent wall. And then the gray tone throughout the rest of the room is really the vision that we had for this space. Like we wanted it to be, bright, but not like white.
We didn't want it to be sterile. Like, I'm not a huge fan of white everything. So there always has to be some type of visual interest for me. Even if it's white, it can't just be like a flat white. And so I found for me what was really helpful was I actually got the opportunity. We got all of our materials from Floor & Decor, which was really cool as well. It's like a candy store for anybody that loves to do projects. It really is. It's the best place. And so I was able to really go into that space and figure out what I wanted. I picked out all the samples that I wanted, and what you'll find is that when you're in a space like that, you can pick something out, think that it will go, and then it won't once you see it together with everything else. So I'm a very tactile person. I like to touch things, I like to feel it, I like to understand what it's gonna look like and see it together. So I was pulling tiles, throwing them on the floor, pulling them all over the place, making sure that they match. Like, it was really important to me. And if you're a person that needs that visualization as well, I think that it might benefit you to go to a place like a Floor & Decor or a Lowe's or a Home Depot or whatever and really plot out what that stuff looks like, because you can pick stuff, but it might look crazy together. And that's what I found. I would pick stuff, and then once I saw it all together, I was like, that doesn't look good. So,
I mean, that's like our third thing is don't be afraid to get into the process of like partnering with your contractor and saying, hey, let's look at these things together. Let's look at these things. And then like the two of you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, that actually looks really great. Or like we found a couple of times, he looked at us and was like, no. Or we looked at him and we were like, no. But we wouldn't have had that if we didn't get involved in the process of actually putting the tiles together, putting the floor next to it, putting the paint color next to it. All of those things that we knew we wanted, we had to put them all together and actually see it instead of just saying, okay, you go pick out the stuff and bring it back and we'll take whatever we get. Like, because sometimes that is how it works, and sometimes that's how people operate is they just want it done. And that's fine, but we're a little different. We wanted to be very involved in the process. And I think our contractor enjoyed that as well, because I think we also gave some different ideas and different perspectives on how things could be put together. And so really enjoy the process of putting things together.
But I think the final thing that's really important about this process is set a budget and be flexible. We definitely had a budget for this bathroom. We definitely did not stick to that budget, but there are a couple of reasons why that is. Number one, like I said, we were gonna save a lot of different things, save the vanity, save the toilet, you know, we were gonna DIY stuff, all types of stuff like this. We were gonna piecemeal stuff together. I know, we were so silly. Like, we were really not thinking straight. No. But the biggest reason why we got our bathroom done, guys, is not just because I woke up one day and I was like, I want to spend all this money on a bathroom because I just want it. No. Honestly, it's because we decided that we were going to invest in our home.
Yeah. And our bathroom needed it.
And our bathroom needed it.
Literally where I'm standing used to sink.
Yes, the floor used to sink in. It tilted all the way down. The floor in and of itself was actually a hump. So there was a hump right in the middle of our bathroom that needed to be shaved down by our contractors. There was absolutely no support underneath the tub that was there, so they had to put in a new subfloor. When they pulled the tile off the wall, it was completely soaked in water because everything had gotten behind the walls. It had created mold. It wasn't. The biggest point for me was that it became unhealthy. And once it became unhealthy and I didn't feel like we should be in the space anymore, that's really kind of where I put my foot down in terms of getting this bathroom done. And like I said, investing in our home. But honestly too, it's also just understand that like things are gonna happen. Like when you start tearing up walls, tearing up floors, tearing up tile, you
might find some problems.
Right, you gotta be prepared for whatever is found. And so that added a little bit to our budget. And then of course, upgrading all of the things, getting a new vanity, getting a new toilet rather than just keeping the old one. All of that stuff kind of added in, but at the end of the day, the finished product is really what we wanted. It's a beautiful space. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of our collaboration and what we were able to do, not only with each other, but also with our contractor. I think it was just like a really beautiful meshing of things. And so because of that,
we're gonna do all the other bathrooms in the house.
We're gonna do all the other bathrooms in the house because unfortunately, what ends up happening is that by redoing one space, you really notice the holes in all of the spaces in your house. And honestly, the bathrooms have been a point of contention for a while. I've really wanted to do them all, and I just really wanted to find a good contractor to be able to do it. And I think after seeing the work that he was able to do, it really just encouraged me to just say, you know what? Let's just knock them all out. Let's really invest in the home. Let's secure up all of the bathrooms because the home is a little bit older. And so I think that it's going to be a really good thing. We will definitely show you guys that
stay
as
tuned
well.
To our Instagram.
Yes, we'll put it on our Instagram. We'll probably do like a YouTube short or something. We won't do a whole video, but
so we'll definitely keep you guys updated on it. Every time we finish a new one, we'll post it so that you guys can see.
We will post it. Absolutely. So thank you for joining us on this journey. DIY with the Doyles. This would be a life reno edition. It's kind of a home reno, but we didn't do it, so it's kind of a life reno because we're telling you how to do it. But we love you guys. We're happy to be back. We have a lot of organization. I got some things coming because that's the other problem. When you got people in your house, your mind starts going on all other projects. So we might be tackling some other spaces in our home, and by might I mean we will. But stay tuned, guys. We love you. Thanks for joining us on this video, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Peace.